guys, Stitching May here with my last start. I swear this is my last fault start to do my update video. It is June the 9th and that's about on schedule for me. It's the second week in June. It feels like so long ago since I've done my last video though. I guess just so much has happened in this month. Like Connor finished school, so he's been home. We've been busy with just summer stuff, summer fun, going swimming, that kind of stuff. And then we had a very last minute, very impromptu trip to Florida. I have a cousin who's like a brother to me, and he called and said, hey, we're going to Florida on Friday. We're going to Florida tomorrow. We want you guys to come down. And through some crazy finagling and begging at work and schedule changing, we ended up being able to go down. We all went down Monday. Scott came back on Thursday, and then Connor and I came back with my cousin and his family on Saturday. My sister was there. We had a blast. We got to go scuba diving. Connor learned to swim without floaties. It was just a lot of fun, a lot of family fun. He is here today, and I think he's wanting to come and say hello. He's sneaking in as quietly as he can. Do you want to say hello? You do? Oh, don't fall. You can climb up here. There you go, that way you can be seen.
Hello.
Say hey.
Hey.
What are you doing in there?
Playing Star still.
Still playing Star Wars? Doing your Star Wars game? Doing your video game time? What are we going to do later? Are we going to set up the house for your new crabs?
Yeah.
Yeah? He got some hermit crabs on the beach. Do you want to tell me their names?
Coochie and Digger.
Yes. We have two hermit crabs named Coochie and Digger. Coochie Digger crabs. Yep. One has a Hulk shell and one has a silver shell.
Metal shell.
Metal, yeah. And we're going to set them up, and they're going to be in my cross stitch room with me. We ended up getting a new habitat for them, and we got to set it up today, don't we? Because it just came in the mail.
Yep.
Okay. You want to go back and play? Okay. Love you. Love you. You got it? You good? Watch your head. He almost smacked his head on my cross stitch lamp. So anyway, I'll jump right into the stitching. I ended up participating in Stitch Maynia, and I haven't even mentioned that on Stitch Maynia because it was very last minute. It was more like I thought, okay, let's start this project. Ooh, let's start this project. Oh, well, I've already started two. I might as well start two more to where I can say I had one for each week in May. But I really think I started them all in the same week. But that was my version of Stitch Maynia. I had 4 starts. And I have 2 finishes. Both of them were unexpected. And then, of course, I have the whip that I worked, my 99 that I worked on most of the time. With everything going on, I feel like I could have done a little more stitching had I not had so much other stuff going on, but the other stuff just kind of, I want to say trumped stitching, but it was family time, and that meant more to me at the time. But my bug is completely like itching to stitch. I'm loving it. In fact, my cousin and his wife had kind of joked with me that I'm always cross stitching, so it works. I always take something over there even when we hang out and like eat dinner or whatever. So I'll just jump right in, and I'll start off with my finishes. My first finish was this January towel, which was supposed to be my wine and whip for this month, and I ended up finishing this last month. Yes, dear. Can you go by yourself? Okay, so I'm back. I've taken care of the mommy issue and the fan that was making all the noise in the video. Sorry, didn't realize it was that loud. But anyway, real life, people, real life. So as I was saying, this was supposed to be my June wine and whip piece for Stitch Maynia, but I finished it. So it's no longer my wine and whip piece. I just picked it up, got in a rhythm, and loved it, and finished it. None of my snowflakes are in the right spot, but that's okay because it makes it me, and that's it. But all of my Stony Creek towels of the month are finished, and I'm very excited about that. I just have to iron the backing on this one, and then of course the May one, and then I'm able to just change them out month to month. No more pressure to finish them. So that was an unexpected finish. And my other unexpected finish was this. Last month was the Stitch Mania. They had the Mill Hill Tour Day Designer, and I finished my Dragonfly. And this is just one of their kits. They have several of these kits. I don't remember which color this one is. I want to say some form of green, not jade. Maybe it is jade, not emerald. I don't know. But they have several of these. And I had finished all this except for cutting it out and beading this body. Because you actually have to like weave the beads together. And I was very, very intimidated by that. But once I read the instructions like 5 times, I kind of figured it out. And then I was like, why did I let that intimidate me so much? I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I know I'll put some felt on the back to hide my horrendous stitching. And then I don't know if these will go up around the house or if they will go on our Christmas tree. I haven't quite decided yet. So then, on to my new starts. I had to restart this video, so I don't know if I mentioned yet that I did take part in Stitch Mania, but I didn't know that I was going to, so I haven't really even mentioned it on there. I just had 4 new starts, and I'm crediting them to the Stitch Mania. I need to do a quick little picture of them all 4 and put them on Stitch Mania, that way they can see them there too. So, but first of all, my whip that I worked on most of the month was 99 bottles. Kelly and I had discussed, she did not think that I could make it the entire shelf in a month, and she's like, oh, you keep putting that project down, you won't get it done. Well, she was right. I finished all but 1 bottle though. I was so close, so very close. I really think, like I said, with everything going on, I think I could have easily gotten this done. I mean, all I have is the middle of this label and this one will be done. I almost even delayed the video just to where I could finish it before the video. That way I would be right, but that's kind of cheating, so I decided not to do that. So all I have to do is this 1 bottle, and then I have 3 of the bottom shelves, which are only 33 more bottles. And that means that it is very feasible for me to be able to finish this whip by the end of this year. So that is my goal. I've moved it to a Q-snap. I don't think it was a Millennium. I didn't like this project on the Millennium frame, I've discovered. Because when I moved it off of the Millennium frame, it was so much easier to stitch and so much quicker. I don't think it's the frame. Pardon me. Nice little used to, you don't see my horrible yawn face. I think it was just this project on the Millennium. I love the Millennium, and I will still definitely use the Millennium, especially when I bead my Tree of Hope. I'm going to use the Jessie Marie method where she wraps the cotton batten between the layers. But I took this off, and since it's been on the Q-snap, it's been going a lot quicker. This minder here is one from No Name Needle Minders. It was actually my gift. I have her other minders in my my bedroom beside the bed. I don't know, my husband's asleep, and I don't want to wake him up to go get them. But this one was perfect for this project because I got these the first day that I had moved this to the Q-snap, and I just randomly grabbed this Q-snap grime guard to work with this project because it fit. And then my gift was this needle, so it was just serendipitous. So there that is.
What needle minder are you using?
Huh?
What needle minder are you using?
I'm using the little doll needle minder. So my first start for Stitch Mania was my Chatelaine. It was one of the mini mandalas. Guys, I'm loving this piece. Wholeheartedly recommend getting their PDF version. The paper chart is ridiculously hard to read. I contacted European Cross Stitch, and they don't have the PDF for this to exchange it, and I contacted Martina, and she would not exchange it for the PDF. She said I could, of course, buy the PDF for her for $32. I just can't justify the $32 on a chart that I already own, so I'm making it completely suggest the PDF though, because you can zoom in and see it a lot easier. You know, well, you guys know with all the PDF readers, you can zoom in on all of them. But here is this, my meager start. It takes me a little while because it's hard to read. But there it is. That's just the beginning of the center motif, not even all of the center motif. I used, my, sister gave me a Michael's gift card for my birthday, and I used that to kit this up, so, with all the DMC, because my kit came with the specialty threads and the beads. And I just cheated and used this black piece of felt. That's the top of my mandala. All the others are gray, and this one's black, and that's how I know where the top is. And then my other new start. Now these are in order. I don't really know what day I did them. I know that I started this one the Monday before the 13th. And then I started this one on the 13th because of Darktober stitching. Wonderful McKenna gifted me the coffin maker, grave digger. I think it's called. I can never. It's by Cherished Stitches, and she just finished it and she added red to it. And she sent me her. She had 2 copies, so she sent me her second copy. And this is my start. This is on 32 count dappled by Picture This Plus. I'm using the little DMC cotton, the little round guy, little ball of pearl. I think it's number 8, the smallest one. Which, that's number 8, right? Or is that number 12? Anyway, it's the smallest cotton, and it's 2/2. I was going to do 1/2, but then there are some areas that require 1/1 stitching, and I couldn't divide that thread. So I'm doing 2/2, and I absolutely love this coverage. I think I'm going to do it all in black, except I think I'm going to add some metallic black critic to it, just in some different little spaces. And this needle minder is from the Everyday Stitcher, Molly Peckham. It's Jack and Sally dressed up like Mary and Bert from Mary Poppins. I thought that was awesome. Can you guys see that? Love that minder. I'm becoming obsessed with minders, guys. And then this one was on, I'm actually being able to remember these. This was on this was on the 13th. So this was, I think, on like the 17th. And I started this while I was waiting for my son's field day to start. But this is In Bloom by Ship's Manor. And I actually stitched on this some then and then on the way back from Florida in the car. So this is actually 2 days worth of stitching, not just 1. But I finished out the bloom, the bottom of the vase, and then some of this greenery on the way back from Florida. This minder is from, I want to say, Julie's, the Nifty Needle Nannies. But there those are. There that is. Loving that piece as well. A lot of fun. This is stitched on 32 count, which is my go-to fabric. Legacy by Picture This Plus. And then last and certainly not least, it's one that I was completely enabled by the Gecko Rouge Halloween sal that they were doing. I fell in love with the border, and then because I have been kind of burnt on sals before, I decided to wait and kind of see a couple of the months before I purchased it. And then I was glad that I did, because the original sal that she came out with was a little too cartoonish for me. Sorry, dropped something. Was a little too cartoonish for me, and so I waited, and then the Gothic one came out, and I started that one before I saw some of the drama. I started this with Emily, because when I was discussing this with Emily, she actually had a piece of fabric that I was like, ooh, this is what I would do it on if I did it. And she said, well, I have that fabric. And then I looked and I had all this DMC, like even the multiple skeins to start it. So I had no excuse not to start it. So I started it. She's a little disheartened on it, and I'm a little disheartened on it, but I do want to finish this because I want to stitch it with Emily, so I'm hoping I can encourage her to, you know, pick it back up soon, because I do like the piece. But this is where I got my humble progress. I'm using my Deadhead Moth needle minder in her honor, and this is all that I got done. I actually had more of this done, and I had to unpick it because I was using the wrong color. Oddly enough, we were at a restaurant, and somebody came by, and she said, I don't have the patience to do that. If I messed up, I would be angry. And then I looked and realized that I too had messed up and was using the wrong color. But This is 32 count Meyer by Picture This Plus. And I love this fabric. This fabric is amazing. It's got these greens and these grays, kind of olivey colors. It's amazing. But that's my meager start. I hope to get more done, and I hope to be able to encourage Emily to kind of become undisenchanted. Is that a word? I'm going to make it a word. With this piece, and hopefully we can work on it together some more. And that is it for stitching. Now on to my haul, which is one of the things I had to pick up. I stayed within my budget this month, and some of this is actually the pieces like that were still coming from that I purchased at the end of April for my birthday. So I don't have a whole lot, but I have more than I probably want to admit. First of all, you guys know the whole dough bowl thing craze that's going on. This is my version of a dough bowl. I couldn't find a big dough bowl. I don't have enough finishes to put in a dough bowl. I don't have enough finishes to put in this. Who am I kidding? Yet. But this I got at a local thrift store for 50 cents. It's smaller, so I don't have to do all the extras that the lovely, talented Yvonne puts in hers, like the little felty pillows. I don't have the time, nor do I have the talent to do those things. But this is just one of those salad bowls, you know, that they had, I think, in the late 70s, early 80s. The little flat wood. It looks like plywood almost, but there's that. That's going to be my new dough bowl. And then on to Stitchy haul. So, this is my new haul basket that I put stuff in before I show you guys. I told you that I had joined the Color and Cotton Floss of the Month Club. And I actually have 2 of my installments, I guess is the word. Installments of that. The first one was my April installment. Get these together. I had them organized with the month and then they got mixed up. Here was the first month. This was May's. And in color order, or in order, this is Wood Nymph. And then Cloud Gazing. Then Spearmint. Pineapple. This is kind of awkward. Pineapple. And then Dutch Tulip. These are all a little too pastel-y, especially these 3 for me, but they're beautiful. So that was the first month. Love them. They are hand-dyed. It's $10 a month, and that includes shipping. They're hand-dyed. They're kind of painted, I think. She actually paints them. I think it's DMC as the base. And then they're color fast. So those are the first 5 that I got. And then guys, this month, I'm absolutely positively in love with every single one of them. Like, those I don't hate, but some of them I'm like, yeah, they're pretty. I don't know what I'll stitch with them, though. These are amazing. Amazing. And get them set up again. We have King's Blue, which is this one. Ox Blood. Nightlands. Oh my gosh. This one, this variegation is amazing, guys. I love those colors together. There's some orangey, purpley, brownish. They're amazing. Winter Wheat. Lovely gold color. And then Pebble, which is this beautiful kind of grayish purple. I absolutely love all of these colors. Though, these are my happy colors. These are the colors that make me happy. Okay, so that was that. That was already paid for from my April birthday. And then so is this. This is one of the Glendon Place limited edition kits. Put limited edition or out of print on it, and I'm going to fall in love with it. Don't know why. Gimmick works for me. There it is. Maybe you're not getting it's called Butterfly Bliss. Maybe you're not getting a glare with that. I originally ordered the Ada kit, and then the shop owner messaged me and said, oh, I don't have that one. It was from Welcome Stitchery is who I ordered it from. said I don't have that in the Ada anymore. All I have is the linen. So she sent the linen kit, which is like $1 or $2 more. So this is the Bashful, which is the same that the mixed berry cheesecake was stitched on. And I picture this plus 32 count. And it came with the beads and then the Sullivan floss, and the beads just match the Sullivan floss, and then you attach them with this pink Sullivan thread. And that was that. That was the remainder of my birthday month stuff, except for the needle minders, like I said, that I got from No Name Needle Minders, Caitlin Tree, that are in there with my husband. I don't wake him up. And then this was this month's haul that I kind of splurged on. I stayed within budget. I ended up with $4.26 left in my monthly budget. The first thing that I got was some of the Dinky Dyes Oops packs. Organic Granny messaged me and said, who's supposed to be my sponsor, guys, don't let her be your sponsor, and said, hey, by the way, Dinky Dyes has some of their floss on sale. Go look at it. So I couldn't get just one. I ended up with 2. I got this one is number 4 assortment pack. There that is. And then this one is number 3. I'm going to add these to my collection on that little clicker that I'm doing with Melody Stitches or Melody. And just kind of grab and go as I please. And then because they're wonderful, Dinky Dye sends you a gift set, and that's what I got for those. And then I also joined in on the let's see if I can get the website. It's through the Needlework and San Francisco School of Needlework and Design, and they've got a story that they did a be-in where they had kind of, I don't know the whole story, but it was kind of just, it was not really a protest, but just, I don't know. Anyway, so they're doing that, and they're doing a stitch in, and what it is they send you 3 skeins of DMC floss, and you were to create your own design with it. I talked to the person who's doing it, and I'm fine to like pick 2 magazines designs and kind of combine them because I am not artistic enough to design my own pattern. But these are the colors that I chose, and the deadline is August of this year, so I just had to do like a small little piece that has the theme of Summer of Love. They're just DMC 3765, 3752, and 602. Okay, and then my other purchase this month, I forgot that I had bid on this until I got the message saying that I had won, because I normally don't win these because I have a certain price that I will not go over. It is Wee Beasties number 1 with the blue Morpho and the Morpho Cypress. So this is another one of the Terrence Nolan designs. I now have this one and then the Dragonfly. I have 2 of the hummingbirds too, but these are the Wee Beasties that I absolutely love, that I keep my eye out for. But there those are. And I think that's it for haul and everything. So I'm going to clean all this up, edit to this, and then set up a crab-a-tat with my son. This should be interesting. So as always, thanks for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing. And I hope you guys have a great month. I'll see you next time.